Hey there, this is Neo420. This is a review of the current TeenNick schedule. This is a follow-up to my previous video, which was a schedule review of the main Nickelodeon channel. Uh, so yeah, there's been a lot of changes in the TeenNick schedule lately, actually. For a long time, I want to say at least a couple years, they keep spamming Henry Danger. Sometimes they have put other shows into the mix as well. Like sometimes it'd be Henry Danger and the Loud House, and they spam those two. Other times it'd be Henry Danger and the Thundermans, and they spam those two. And then other times it's literally just Henry Danger. And then for a few weeks, they would have a 24-hour marathon of some of the shows day by day. Like Monday, it'd be 24 hours of Victorious. And then on Wednesday, I think it was I think it was the Thundermans on Wednesday, either Wednesday or Thursday. And then Saturday it was Sam and Cat. But right here they've changed yet again, and um, look at this. Look at this. There's actually variety now. See that? So yeah, today's Friday. We're looking at the schedule here, late February going into March. Today's Friday, and it started with the Loud House here, then the Smurfs, Monster High, Camp Coral, Rock Paper Scissors, Fairly Odd Parents, Max and the Midnights. Yeah, you can see right here. These are all cartoons. Uh, Granted, these really should all be on Nicktoons. I'll get to Nicktoons in the next video. Oh, you better believe me, I'll get to that. But still, I can't really complain too much because, at least there's variety now. And then the live action stuff starts at 8:12 p.m. with Henry Danger. Of course, you gotta keep Henry Danger on there, you know. Then the Thundermans. And then we have the new Thundermans series here called the Thundermans Undercover. And then just regular Thundermans again. Then some iCarly tonight, going into tomorrow morning. And then Sam and Cat. Got a couple episodes of Sam and Cat here. And then at 4:48 a.m. the cartoons start again with the Loud House. And speaking of which, looks like on the weekends they're spamming the Loud House. So they're not entirely done with their spamming shenanigans. But yeah, not entirely done that because on the weekends they're still spamming the Loud House. And on Sunday too. And then even a little bit on Monday until 9:12 a.m. on Monday, which then we get some Smurfs here. Of course, they're talking about the current Smurf series, not the one from the 80s, the current series. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty much how the weekday schedule looks right here. And you notice something? Look, there's no SpongeBob in sight. Well, except for Camp Coral, which is a spinoff of SpongeBob. It's a prequel. But as far as the main show goes, there's no SpongeBob. Oh, we got some young Dylan over here too. Okay, so they mix it up a little bit here and there, and then NFL Slime Time. And that was on what day was that? Oh, next Wednesday. But yeah, no SpongeBob. Okay. which is interesting because SpongeBob has aired on TeenNick many times in the past. I mean, they SpongeBob would kind of come and go on TeenNick. Sometimes they have like a couple episodes in the morning, but in any case, yeah, no SpongeBob except Camp Coral. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, scrolling down. Um, oh, okay, looks like Henry Danger the movie's airing again. Which did air earlier this week. Yeah, occasionally, occasionally they do air movies on TeenNick, like nowhere near as much as they do on the main Nickelodeon. Thank goodness. But and whenever TeenNick does air movies, it always seems to be the ones that are made in house, like Henry Danger. And I think the new Thundermans movie recently aired on it too. But yeah. Okay. So they're spamming the house again next weekend. Then yes. Okay. Um so yeah, TeenNick, they've really improved their schedule lately. Like I said, a lot of these shows should be on Nicktoons, but considering how bad the TeenNick schedule was before, I can't complain that much. Um, you know, yeah, some of these say to be announced, like they must not have decided what to air on in this slot yet for some reason. Hmm. Yeah. Granted, I am a little sad that they removed Victorious again. I'd hope they still keep that in the schedule. Like that's Victorious is one show that has really grown on me over the years. Like I didn't even really watch the show, and then I started watching it later on, and I was like, wow, it's a really good show actually. Hmm. If they had to, I'd say trade Sam and Cat for Victorious, even though I kind of like Sam and Cat as well. Um, at this point, I think you know what I think they should do. I think they should bring back Nick Rewind. Bring back Nick Rewind. They had Nick Rewind was a block that they that ran from 2011 into 2022. It ran for nearly 11 years. Bring back Nick Rewind. In fact, not only bring back Rick Rewind, but I also think maybe they should even morph the whole channel into Nick Rewind. You know, because many of the show, if you notice, many of the shows on here are over 10 years old now anyway. With the Fairly Odd Parents being the oldest, which started in 2001. You know, many of the show. Well, Camp Coral and Rock Paper Scissors, those are a bit newer, but for the most part, many of these shows are over 10 years old. Like even if they change name, they could still keep some of their newer stuff. They could, still keep Rock Paper Scissors on there. Just don't make it the focus of the schedule. make the focus, have the focus be shows that are 10 years old or older. You know, shows that are over 10 years old. Have that be the focus, and mix in, mix in some of the newer stuff like rock paper scissors and everything here and there, because of course they don't rerun it on Nicktoons, and they seldom rerun it on the main Nickelodeon. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna keep spamming the Loud House on the weekends, but yeah, this is quite an improvement. You know, I was yeah. So like I said, bring back Nick Rewind, bring it back. I think the reason they shut down Nick Rewind in the first place is to try and get more subscribers to Paramount Plus. I think that's the main reason. Which I don't know how well that worked, because from what I heard, Paramount Plus isn't exactly doing very well. Actually, that's probably why they made the schedule this diverse now, because of Paramount Plus not doing very well. But I don't know. I don't know the full story behind that. But yeah, yeah. And speaking of Paramount Plus, I might want to do a review. I might want to do a review video of that one too. I'll have to think about that. I'm definitely gonna do Nicktoons next, but at some point I might do Paramount Plus as well. Anyway, yeah. So there you have it, the current TeenNick schedule. So if I had to rate the schedule overall, I'd give it I was gonna give it a 7, but because of the Loud House spam on the weekends, I'm gonna dial that down to I'll dial it down to a 6.5. How about that? I'm gonna rate the current TeenNick schedule a 6.5 out of 10. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent considering the current state of Nickelodeon. But still, because of the Loud House spam, I can't rate any higher than a 6.5 because of the Loud House spam on the weekends. If it wasn't for that, I'd be rating a 7, maybe even a 7.5, depending on how good the weekend schedules would have been. But yeah, 6.5 is not exactly a bad score. It's still pretty decent, all things considered. Yeah, 6.5. Okay. Okay, looks like they stopped. Okay, it goes into March 10th, the current schedule here. But yeah, 6.5. There's definitely room for improvement. Definitely, but it's much, much, much better than the schedule before. This is the best. It's probably the best that the schedule has been since Nick Rewind shut down, to be honest, in 2022. Yeah, I have to say this is the best schedule since early 2022. Maybe even earlier, because I think they're even spamming stuff while Nick Rewind was still around. So yeah, it's the best the schedule's been in several years. So anyway, I'm gonna do a review / rant on the Nicktoons so-called schedule next. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.